calendar. And 2, that the October 11th, 2023 special council meeting agenda be adopted as amended. If I can get a motion. Thank you. All those in favor? And that passes unanimously. Thank you. So we will now have a delegation from the Comox Golf Course. I'll ask for Jenny Steele to come up to the mic, or you can sit at the mic there. There should be a clicker and your presentation provided should be coming up. Thanks for providing it in advance. The clicker's coming, and I'll just ask once you're ready to go that the mic is just red so that we can hear you there. Welcome.
Stranger. Okay, now am I good? Okay, great. Okay, we're ready to go. Oh dear. I can. I mean, it's not a big room. Oh, I see. Right. That's true. There we go.
Thanks for your patience.
Take a look. Good go. Okay, great. Good evening, everybody. Ready to go here. Everybody can hear me? Yeah, my mic's on. Good. Okay, thank you very much for listening to us tonight. As you know, our request from 5 months ago got lost somewhere in your system, so we thank you for giving us the opportunity to present our case tonight. What we're asking for is not without precedent. You can see all those golf clubs, they all receive 100% tax exemption. They're all non-profits. They've all, some of them been getting exemptions for quite some time. All of them have pro shops, all of them have restaurants. I also showed here some of the local recreation non-profits that also have 100% exemptions. Again, some with restaurants, some with shops. Just so we're on the same page, what our current tax exemption is. Since 2012, we've been given exemption on the land that was attributable to you, to basically your interest in Courtenay Golf Club Limited. It's a mystery as to why only that piece was sought or granted and not a full exemption. I can only speculate that whoever submitted the request was not aware of all the that we were eligible for more under the Act. Also, apparently, some town staff back then were not at all fans of our club, believing that it should be turned into a park. My math has the current exemption being worth $6,500 in municipal tax revenues. That's at this year's mill rate. As you can see from our tax notice, so the top one is our property tax assessment. The bottom one is our actual taxes that we pay. So the municipal taxes are just a part of the whole bundle. And so whatever, if you give us $1 of municipal tax exemptions, we save a further 44 cents. So it's worth a lot to us. So we're asking for an additional exemption, close to $1 million in improvements that are owned by Comox Golf Club, not by Colney Golf Club Limited. The current exemption is CGTL. We're asking for Comox Golf Club. As you can see in the table on the right, these improvements include not just the clubhouse building, but also all the hardscaping, the parking lot, the irrigation system, and all the outlying maintenance and storage shed. Exempting the improvements would decrease your revenue by $8,550 and reduce our expenses by around $16,000. We also are asking for the remainder of the land to be exempted in accordance with the charter. A decrease of close to $2,000 on your side, with $3,000 savings on ours. So the totals are shown there. $10,000 impact on your municipal tax base, but goes to $20,000 savings for us. I'd like to touch on the Pro Shop and Restaurant because they seem to be hot buttons last week. You were concerned about those, that they might be perceived as being unfairly subsidized. But our Pro Shop exists to check in golfers primarily, to take booking as a starter shack, to manage the first tee, to rent out golf carts, to give out range balls and regrip clubs. One wall is dedicated to notices and sign-up sheets. The sale of golf paraphernalia is incidental. It's all grab-and-go small stuff, golf balls, gloves, tees, grips, the items golfers realize they need when they get to the club. Our apparel section is small, and we don't sell clubs, bags, or shoes. Last year, we sold a total of $35,000 worth of goods, not profit, just $35,000 of goods. A third of that were golf balls. These are items targeting the needs of a specific clientele at a specific time, a golfer starting a golf game. The closest commercial retailer that would carry these goods would be Crown Isle Pro Shop. Moving on to the restaurant, every golf club has a 19th hole. It's an integral part of our sport. You play around, you come in and chat about the game and have a brew and a bite to eat. Our restaurant revenue tracks very closely with golfing activity. It's good in the summer months when all the leagues are playing and there's lots of green fields, but drops off precipitously in the off-season. Our kitchen closed for 3 weeks over the last 2 Christmases, and our off-season opening hours are reduced to 9 to 4, corresponding to the time folks may be golfing. The restaurant traffic is really atypical of a destination restaurant like the Finn, Smithies, or the Avenue. From April to September, we have 6 leagues playing every week, plus many tournaments. They're all shotgun starts. This means that there's usually a wave of restaurant traffic at the start of the round when players tee off, and then a big wave after the round as everyone comes back in together and eats while waiting for the organizers to figure out the result. This is then a very specific client niche with needs that would be difficult for a regular restaurant to service, even if they wanted to. The clubhouse seating is not there just for the restaurant. There are groups that play cards. It's used as a lounge for meetings, parties, celebrations of life, etc. There isn't an equivalent space for rent anywhere else in co-ops that we're aware of. The bottom line is our Pro Shop and restaurant do not compete with town businesses. To the contrary, the golf course likely pulls business into the downtown core. Hey, next one. Oh, hold on. Okay, there we go. So why should you grant our request? The exemption rules are found in Part 7, Division 7 of the Community Charter. We are eligible under 3 sections of that Act. We're a registered non-profit. Our club is used for recreational purposes. And finally, the land is maintained as a golf course. Those are all the sections of that act that you see up there. Second, we're not a business according to the definition in the Act. Businesses and commercial operations have a purpose to not make profit. We are, by definition, a non-profit. There have been no third-party or commercial operators at Comox since the kitchen was insourced in 2020. Section 25 of the Act bars you from providing any form of subsidy to businesses. However, as the Act does not consider us as a business, the tax exemption we are seeking is permissible. For non-profits and any excess revenue in one part of the operation is always put back into the enterprise through improvements or price reduction. Secondly, your financial plan. The Act requires the town to state your revenue objectives and policy in your annual financial plan. We meet your policy goal in that our course is available for public use and benefit. Our course also meets 6 of the health and safety objectives of your OCP. In particular, it meets active recreational needs, is easily accessible, and golf is a sport that can be played by people of all ages and abilities. A permissive tax exemption policy is required by the Act. Yours was created in 2004. That's the latest one I found. For consistency, the policy defines the criteria that council will use when reviewing a request. Yours has 4. First, the potential demands on service or infrastructure. Water and sewer are paid quarterly. We have our own well for course irrigation. Second, consideration for assistance already provided by the town. There has been none. To the contrary, we have maintained the town's share of the property since 1966. Sorry, I had a typo in the deck. Further, the town has benefited financially over the years from tens of thousands, if not hundreds, in property taxes that, in hindsight, we should not have been paying. Thirdly, the impact on your tax base. The amount of permissive tax exemption estimated for 2023 in your financial plan is 200,000, which, if you do the math, works out to 1.4% of your municipal tax revenue. Courtney limits exemptions to 2%, and Campbell River to 1.7%. Campbell River actually has rules that if the total of all exemptions exceed the 1.7%, then everyone's exemption percentage is reduced to pull the total back within the limit. Obviously, it's to you to set your limit, but it would, in our opinion, be procedurally unfair to reject our specific request based solely on the impact on the municipal tax base. Finally, the benefits should be considered. I was here just a couple of months ago, and I assume you read all our paperwork sent you last week on the exemption. In a nutshell, we deliver affordable golf